Well, 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 what a crazy week it has been to be a Halo fan. I have just got back from Seattle. I was there for the Halo World Championship. You know, if you didn't know, I am a content creator for Space Station Gaming, and we finally got the win. We won our first ever Halo Championship, and it was amazing. I celebrated maybe way too hard, so if my throat sounds a little bit rusty, that's why. So please go easy on me in the comments. But besides Space Station getting their win, I also got my first tattoo.
Wow, UberNick gets a Halo tattoo as his first ever one. Who would have guessed?
But I thought starting with the first Halo game I ever played that has directly changed the course of my life was a good way to begin with them. So who knows where I go from there, but I do plan on getting a couple more. So hey, leave a couple suggestions down in the comments, maybe some ideas or something that I'll consider in the future. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of the big news that happened over the weekend. Halo has basically changed forever, and it happened so fast. I feel like I have whiplash from the news still because it just came out of absolutely nowhere. Before the grand finals on Sunday, Pierre Hintz, the new lead of 343.
Incorrect.
If you can call them that, we'll get to that. Basically, he took the stage to reveal the future of Halo, the franchise, the games, everything of the sort, and it has taken everyone by storm. I don't think a single person expected the absolute nuclear bomb of information that Pierre had ready to launch. So to give you guys the basic gist, Halo from here on out is going to be built with Unreal Engine. Gone are the days of Blam and Slipspace, the engines that Halo was built on. It is going to be an Unreal 5 future. This news alone is absolutely gigantic, and if you've been living under a rock for a while, has been kind of leaked for a very, very long time. Years at this point, Halo on Unreal has been talked about, but everyone just thought it was so impossible. There's no way they're going to change the engine, but here it is. Definitive confirmation from the mouth of the leader of 343 or Halo themselves. It's going to take me a really long time to stop saying 343. It's already being a problem. But hey, I'm not going to try and pretend that I know the ins and outs of what Unreal Engine really means for Halo. I'm not a game developer. I don't do anything like that. But what I do know are some of the very surface level exciting facts about it. When it came to building Halo Infinite on the Slipspace engine, I know that it was an absolute nightmare to even do some of the most simple tasks. One of the biggest problems that Halo faced when it came to being developed was that it was very much stuck in the past. Doing the most simple things like creating a game mode required way more work than what a multiplayer live service FPS game should have. Something like adding Team Slayer to the game should be a very simple thing, but if you guys remember back to when Infinite first launched, the UI simply could not handle that many playlists. As soon as I heard that that was a thing, I kind of knew that Slipspace was kind of cooked, to be honest with you. That should never be a problem. But if you keep that kind of thing in mind, MCC actually uses Unreal Engine for its UI. So Halo and Unreal Engine has been a thing to a small degree for a couple years now, but now every aspect of the game is going to be built with Unreal. This means that doing simple things is going to be much, much faster. Whenever new employees join Halo Studios, they're going to be right up to date. They're not going to have to learn the new engine or anything like that. Unreal Engine is very much a mainstream engine that a lot of developers and new developers are learning, so people can join the team and immediately make a big impact. It's not going to be 5-6 months of learning the engine, having a couple months of doing something, and then they're out the door again. I really do hope that Microsoft reconsider the whole contractors thing they have going on. That's like a whole major subject that I would like to touch on at some point. But the video itself that we were shown was very, very exciting. The art team over at Halo Studios decided to make a bit of an internal project called Halo Foundry. This was basically them flexing their artistic muscles with Halo and Unreal Engine to create some beautiful biomes and vistas that you would typically see in a Halo game. So we got a Pacific Northwest looking Halo environment that was gorgeous. To me, this is what typical common Halo just looks like, and it in Unreal looks absolutely brilliant. Then we got a look at a snowy biome, something that was desperately missing from Halo Infinite. To me, Halo and snow goes together perfectly, so it's beautiful and very exciting to see that this is something that they wanted to focus on this early on. Like genuinely, the lighting here is unbelievable, so I cannot wait to see some playable environments built like this. And last but certainly not least, we got a flood biome. I know that Hidden Xperia out there somewhere is still screaming, but the flood looks absolutely disgusting, terrifying, gruesome, just an absolutely horrible place. And that's exactly what it needs to be. So to see that Halo Studios is already thinking about the flood right off the bat, I'm just so happy. It is so exciting to me as a Halo fan. It genuinely has got me just still covered in chills. I was absolutely losing my mind. I think they mentioned that everything we saw in that video is something that is going towards a future project. And it's not just one project either. It is multiple projects. There are multiple Halo games being worked on at this very moment. I am so glad that they decided to reveal and talk about this when they did. I feel like the Halo community and just Halo players in general have been in such a down state. Infinite is kind of just chugging along at this point. They are doing updates, they're adding content. You either like it or you don't like it. It's not really going to have a big repopulation anytime soon. So we're just kind of floating as a community at this point. But this reveal has been absolutely the hype that people needed. I've seen so many people say I had completely lost hope, but the fact that they are going to Unreal, have showed this off and are so confident about it is what I need to be excited about Halo again. Saying that, I completely understand people that are, pessimistic, aren't that excited, are waiting for them to actually show something tangible. Completely understandable. It's okay to be on both sides, but just don't tear away at other people's excitement. Let them be excited about a video game that they love. It's perfectly okay. But moving on from the Unreal Engine announcement, the second thing that I've kind of talked about a little bit here and there, Halo Studios. 343 Industries is no more. They have rebranded and are now known as Halo Studios. I will say I don't love the logo that much. After a couple more looks at it, it's growing on me, but I'm not a huge fan overall, but I can live with it. So we had Bungie, we've had 343 Industries, and now the third era of Halo is Halo Studios under Pierre Hintz. I've seen so many people say this is irrelevant, it's still the same company, it's just a different name. You guys have to understand that the people that made Halo 4, 5, Infinite are basically not there anymore. The lead game designers, a lot of the producers, a lot of the key people in charge are just not at 343 anymore. Yeah, there's still quite a few full-time employees that work in these games, but they're animators, there are sound designers, those are people like that, not the actual decision makers. People like Pierre Hintz has not had his direct hand on working on a brand new Halo title, and there are so many other people that have been put in these key roles that also have never got to work on a Halo game before. So yeah, there might be some old 343 people there, but that does not mean that the key roles that are very, very important to the overall direction and success of the game are the same people. A lot of them have been changed, and that is very important for people to know. So I am more than willing to give Halo Studios a proper good chance at the first game. When that's going to be, I have no idea. I'm really hoping it's not going to be like 5 years from now. If I had a guess, it would probably be like 25, 26 at the earliest, but that is me being extremely optimistic. But let me know what you guys think of the rebrand of 343 to Halo Studios and this kind of third arc for Halo. It's been an interesting past 12 years or so for Halo since Halo 4 came out. I'm very fortunate that I actually do enjoy every single Halo game in its own way, but I know a lot of people really do not feel the same, and that's perfectly fine. Who knows, maybe Halo on Unreal Engine is where I completely start hating the game. God, I really hope not. But the future, for the first time in a very long time, is looking bright. There has been a lot of genuine changes made to Halo to try and give it the best shot that they can, to give it the brightest future possible. So I'm absolutely down and here for the ride, so hopefully all of you are willing to join me. To give you guys just a super brief life update with what's going on me, I'll probably make a more in-depth video about it, but I'm actually moving back to the UK next week on the 15th of October permanently. I am leaving the US. I'm going back to be with my family, so uploads are still going to be pretty sporadic and random here and there, but I do plan on locking it down. I'm getting my own place, and the content YouTube machine here is going to absolutely kick off stronger and better than ever. So hopefully you're all excited for that. I am very, very excited myself. So hopefully you're excited about Halo. I certainly am, but I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I shall catch you in the next video. And here's to the future of Halo. I'm so excited.